On with the show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the often imitated, never duplicated Voices of Misery podcast. And of course, I am one half of your dynamic duo of the nerds. I'm the nerd and you are.
Nerdette, bitch.
I'm wide awake and I'm feeling excellent, people. And you're fucking laughing as the show's starting. I think we're onto a good show today. I think we're going to have a very good time with laughter and
Did you do your work?
Fun. I did.
Did you? Okay, good.
I did all my work today, so I'm a very accomplished young man. Not going to get very aggravated today, people. I'm going to try to make this a nice mellow Friday. I think I may get a little angry, but I mean, not too bad. I think we're gonna walk out of this one very, very pleased and ready for the weekend. Praise be. What is that from again?
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. Well, you're about to be a handmaid in a minute if you don't shut the fuck up. Go ahead and tell people what the hell's going on with your life. What have you been watching?
I've been scaring the crap out of you. Yesterday was a really fun day for me. It was so much fun.
Dude.
So many times I'm like, I should just hit the record button. But I didn't. I was good, and I didn't. I just scared the crap out of you multiple times yesterday. I can't, I took my shoes off.
I don't feel safe in this house anymore.
So I was nice and quiet, walking around the house, and out of nowhere, I just banged really loud on the fucking door, scared the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Then you came out for something, a drink or something. I chased you at full speed.
Chasing me in the fucking hallway. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? And people didn't understand, the reason why I was so scared, because I was obliterated, man. I didn't know how many edibles I had.
But see, that's when it's fun.
The fuck with me. I
know,
I don't get
it's so much fun to do that.
I freak out when something's moving close to me. I don't like things close to me anyway. And then you're fucking running at me full speed, and in my head, it's like I'm about to get ran over by a train. I got no idea. So I'm freaking out, and then I come into the bedroom, and I turn the lights off to get ready to watch some TV, and all of a sudden I hear bang, bang, bang. The fuck, man? I thought the fucking cops were here. I didn't know what the hell's going on. And after that stopped, it's like the demons were coming from under the bed. So I was just really fucking high, man, and that was just how I live my life nowadays. Just afraid to live my house. And
when
people
you are sitting here, and every 2-3 minutes, I hear and then a burst of laughter. I'm like, oh, it's game on.
That's my high, people.
Because I hear them, so now I can just antagonize them the rest of the night until it comes down.
I don't know what the hell it is. So I'm sitting there and I'm drinking my little cans of Zevia, and I'm taking my edibles, and I could be just sitting there. I'll be watching TV, I'll be playing a game, or just bullshitting on the internet. And then all of a sudden, I'll feel like a gas pain or something on my chest, and I'll just freak out, and I'll make a loud shriek, because I think I'm having a heart attack, because I'm always afraid I'm dying when I'm high. I don't know. I just get really freaking paranoid and crazy. And you take advantage of it.
But you come out, you're like, I think it's happening, babe. I think it's happening.
I think it's happening.
And then you, start, just twisting your body in weird ways, and it's the weirdest thing, and he's, oh my god,
think of a cowboy at the end of a cowboy movie that got shot back in the 50s, and they're doing that dramatic death,
slowly dying.
Yeah. It was like the old Sanford and Son death. Oh, I'm having a heart attack.
So I mean, I can't help it. But
so I guess I'm Fred Sanford when I'm high. I guess that's what happens to me.
I did watch a couple things.
You did.
So I wasn't just harassing you.
And getting attacked by snakes in the yard, too.
That did happen.
Talk about that first.
That was yesterday. Apparently, I attract them. I'm always the one that sees them. And I don't know if it's because I'm always looking.
I already said why.
They
can sniff out their own.
But I'm constantly, I hear them, I see them, and it's driving me insane. So Jen and I, we go for our daily walk or whatever. We go outside. Well, it was Thursday, so it's the day to move the garbage can from the one area all the way down the driveway to the end. So I go to reach for the garbage can, and I see what looks like just this long black wire, like a cable almost, right in the middle of the green grass. And I'm like, well, that's strange. So then I keep looking, and I'm like, oh, hell no. It's another freaking black snake. And I'm just absolutely not. And Jenna, of course, Jenna's like, can we bring it inside? Bring the snake inside. And I'm like, no, we're not doing any... She hates bugs, but any freaking animal creature she wants to bring in that freaking house. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
Noah's Ark in this bitch.
So I watched it. I took a picture of it to put it in Discord to prove that I saw another freaking snake, because no one else sees them, and watch it just slither up the side of the freaking house. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. But you know what? I will take the black snakes, because other people are seeing other snakes in this neighborhood.
The copperheads.
Copperheads, and then the rat snake, which I know isn't bad, but they don't look nice. So
None of them look nice.
I don't want to see one
nice,
of the...
Man.
Look, the black one, I'm like, okay, I've seen you multiple freaking times since we've been here. We've been here 8 years. I've seen just black snakes in our yard.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it for multiple times. So I'm used to that. But the other two kind of blend into shit.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell they hide out, but people put pictures on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, fuck, that was down the street.
They're getting closer, man. That's why we need more cats in this neighborhood. Whatever happened to the stray cats? You see, I bet those people had trapped them and...
The snakes probably ate them.
And no, I'm telling you, cats can handle themselves against snakes.
I don't like these
fairly
things.
Easily, too. They can take care of them. But I bet they feel bad now, don't they? Because all these fucking snakes are in the neighborhood now. That's when we needed the protectors back. At least the outside ones, the ones that don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we're losing ducklings. Like, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, there's just...
Yeah, the snakes are killing the ducks. The snakes are killing the ducklings over here. They're eating them up and shit. Well, that's nature for you.
So I watched Call Me Cleo.
Oh,
Call Me Miss Cleo on HBO Max. Well, it's Max, whatever. I finally watched the documentary. And I was bored.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for it. I thought the beginning was boring, and I thought the end was boring.
Yeah.
In the middle of the documentary, when they were actually talking about the psychic hotline and all that, I thought that was interesting. That's all I cared about. I don't give a shit about anything else. Mm-hmm. How she grew up and relationships and stuff like that. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I just cared about the scam that was going on. So I don't know. That documentary was kind of boring. I didn't really care for it.
I liked it because it was something I remembered from the 90s.
Yeah, but like the middle part was good when that's what they were talking about.
See, I thought the end was pretty decent.
I don't remember the end. I've watched so much. I don't know what the fuck.
See, I got worked up during that one. I'm surprised you didn't get as worked up as I did.
No, nothing really bothered me. I was just bored with it. Yeah. Oh God, the Ted Lasso finale.
You were crying, weren't you?
Oh, this fucking show. I love this fucking show so fucking much.
It only lasted 30 episodes, right? Something like that.
Oh, my God. It's so fucking sad. 32 episodes, I think it was.
Oh, boy. It died of old age.
And, well, here's the thing. I heard last year that, what's his name? Jason Sudeikis, right? That's his name. Yeah. Was leaving. You name the show Ted Lasso. That's his character. You fucked yourself with that.
Yeah, pretty much.
The main character is now leaving, and the show is called Ted Lasso. What the fuck are you supposed to do with that? So he's leaving, and I'm like, okay, so that's it. The show is over. He said he was doing 3 seasons, that's all he wanted to do. It was a COVID fucking show, whatever. So fine. But it hasn't been canceled, so I don't know what the hell they're doing. As far as I know, that was a series finale, because it wrapped everybody up really nice. Yeah. Although I would love a freaking spinoff of, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, for certain people, I would like a really good spinoff, because there were characters that were awesome on that show.
That's what they do, then. Just give all the storylines to that person. They're going to give
what they should have done is called it AFC Richmond, which was the team.
Yeah, so the coach can move on.
Yeah, so you can just bring people in and out, and it doesn't matter. Swap people, they can leave, whatever. But they named it fucking Ted Lasso like idiots.
I always said, too, like with Walking Dead and shows like that, you should always sign people for long-term contracts. Be like, hey, you're doing 8 seasons. You're not going to sign on for 2 and then become a movie star and say, fuck us. No, you're here for 8 seasons.
Out of 32 episodes, there was only one that was shitty. Mm-hmm. And it was in season 2, and I think it was episode 4 or 5. It was awful. It was the most boring fucking episode, but every other episode was amazing, and I freaking laughed the whole time, and I'm sad that it's fucking over. I'm hoping they figure something out.
I mean, it's very popular.
They did it with Roseanne, right? They did Roseanne, came back, and it was the Connor, so maybe they can fix it.
And it works, too. Connors is working. It's still on the air, right?
I think that got canceled.
Well, it lasted a lot longer than people thought.
And then this fucking documentary.
Oh.
I finished. I thought it was over on Wednesday's episode. The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. I thought it was 4 episodes, and then, like, the way it ended, I was just like, well, that's weird. Well, what the fuck happened to these people? Like, what happened? Because it kind of, like, cut off. And then Wednesday night, like, magic, 2 new episodes popped on. I'm like, yay! This documentary is so fucked up. First of all, I hate the dad. The dad is overdramatic. I cannot fucking stand him. Like, he's just, his hands are all over the place. He talks very big and overdramatic. He's just, like, at one point, I think it's in episode 4 or 5, he's on the ground, like, punching the ground, and, like, just...
Well, what was it about, the documentary?
This is the one is with Natalia Grace. She was a little person, and the family was trying to say that she was an adult. And it was, the whole thing is she an adult? Is she not an adult? You do find out in here. I can spoil it, right? Because it's a documentary. It happened.
Yeah.
It was in the news.
Yeah.
So anyway, she was a child. They found the biological
Confirmed
mother.
child,
yeah.
okay.
Found the biological mom, and she answered and gave the birthday and all this stuff. Well, this whole freaking stupid shit happened where they ended up going to court, the parents did, to get the judge because she... they were saying that she was more developed and she had her period and this and that she's not a kid. There's no way she's a kid. That they did something with the birth certificate and she needs to be aged. And I guess with people who are adopted from other countries, you can do that. You can go through the court system and change their birthday. So they said something about, well, we think we adopted her when she was 18. And so the judge added like 4 fucking years and made her like 22. This whole time she's like fucking 9.
Fuck, man.
So legally she was now 22. And so they just basically just drop her off in her fucking own apartment and fucking leave her there to fend for herself. This whole thing is freaking bizarre. And I don't believe anything that the parents said at all. I think they lied about a shit ton of stuff.
They had to have.
I think the mother made her say certain things and do certain things to... I just think the whole thing is fucked up.
Is it worth a watch?
Yes, and then at the end, the parents get the fuck off. They're going through court, and the dad they're not allowed to talk about the age in his court case. Which the whole thing is about neglecting her.
Yeah, so, I mean,
So if you dropped her off and made her have her own apartment at the age of 8 because you said she was 22 or whatever the fuck she was... She can't fend for herself. Mm-hmm. She's constantly bothering the neighbors and stuff because she can't do anything.
Yeah.
So the whole case was about them neglecting her, but they weren't allowed to speak of her age because the defense would say she was in her 20s and the prosecution would be like, well, no, the biological mom is saying that she was only 8 at that time. You can't do that.
That's a fucking
So if you can't talk about the age at all...
How can they not confirm this, though?
Dude, it was a fucking mess. And then, so he gets off. And then they were going, because of double jeopardy, they were going to use him to take the mom down. And then something happened and the prosecution just dropped all charges on her. So she doesn't go down for anything either.
Weird.
It's so messed up.
Some dwarves,
it's so
midgets,
whatever the fuck.
What's the proper term? Little people? Some of them
I
could
don't
look
know
really
anymore,
old, man.
because they did change it.
Some of them could look older than they are. Like, I remember our daughter, she had one that came over for the birthday party years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she looked like she was in her 30s. And so I thought that was one of the moms coming to pick up a kid. And like, the party's even started yet. There was a kid. I was like, holy shit. Cute kid.
Yeah,
like, yeah, she was a very nice kid. But they do look older, so maybe that was a common thing where they were like, oh, she's got to be older.
It's just crazy. And like, they were constantly, the parents were constantly filming her. And it was weird, like the dad in one scene she was at her own apartment and she's struggling. Like, she's small. And she's trying to drag a garbage pail up the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. And it's the same size as her. And he's just standing there, videotaping it.
Oh, man.
So then the defense would use it later on as evidence that she's capable of doing things. Even though you see her struggling and needing help.
Yeah.
It was just...
That's sad, dude. What a
It's
sad
the
life.
craziest freaking. It was worth the watch. Like Sherry was up until midnight watching it. It's good.
Listen, what I saw was that the little person was causing havoc on the family,
right,
and bossing them around. That's the preview I saw. So
that was like the first couple episodes where you were getting the family side of the story, and the family was saying she's threatening us with knives, and she's doing this, and she's going to the bathroom everywhere, and yada yada, like all this shit that they were saying that she was doing. Now, I'm sure she was doing some of it, but I also think that they were fabricating a lot of it.
So at 8 years old, she's threatening with knives and shit?
I do think that the mom...
That's about as pathetic as getting killed by Chucky in one of those movies, like a midget with a knife.
Getting her to say certain things.
What the fuck?
Like, it's like, if you watch all 6 episodes, it's very fucking insane.
I don't know if I could watch it now. I mean,
it's
not what I thought it was going to be.
It's crazy. I don't know. And then the mom had her actual son, who was 12, who has Asperger's, so he's on the spectrum. Yeah. Had this fucking kid, this poor kid, go and pee on Natalia's bed because she peed somewhere in the house. And the mom wasn't happy, so instead of teaching her, that's how we're going to teach her a lesson. Yeah. We're going to have my 12-year-old boy go in the girl's room and pee all over her stuff.
Dude, that's crazy, man. That was a fucking
It was insane. This documentary is fucking insane.
That's crazy. Check that one out, man.
I couldn't stop watching it.
I'm not watching it, but...
It was a train wreck that I couldn't pull my eyes from. It just kept going.
Hard pass for me on that one. That's just too much, man.
It was crazy.
What else did you watch?
I think that's it. Is that it?
You didn't do anything else?
What else? Oh, I started watching. I'm just like, there's 11 seasons, so I'm kind of like just sporadically jumping around. But My Cat from Hell, I'm watching that on Max.
Is that a series or is it?
Yeah, it's a series. There's like 11 seasons, and it's just like
different cats.
Different cats each episode.
Oh man!
And I'm enjoying it.
That show can go on forever.
And this is it's like the Cat Whisperer. He goes in and he's like, basically, you fucking morons. The cat is scared. It's freaking out because you keep freaking the cat out. Yeah. Like just like telling them what the hell to do. And I'm cracking up. The one cat that I saw. Someone walked by and it just like immediately attacked him. I burst out laughing. So another one, the kid was sitting playing video games. And the cat is on the arm of the couch, and the kid is doing nothing wrong.
Yep. Here we go.
Playing video games, it just gets whacked right in the face.
Your Honor, I rest my case on cats forever. Watch the show if you ever want to fight me with cats.
I burst out laughing. Oh, God.
Dude, is every cat like a fucking felon that just can't reintegrate into society? Seriously, I mean, these fucking things...
They cracked me up.
People worship their cats. Every video I see is someone babying this poor creature that just doesn't want to be held and babied like any other animal would love to be, and just attacks the person. They bite the hand that feeds constantly. But just because they're adorable, people keep coming back to them. They get smacked and abused some more. It's a very abusive relationship between a cat, is what I'm trying to say here, man. They're fucking terrible pets.
Oh, God. I don't know. They make me laugh. Pets, man. They fucking make me laugh. They start climbing up this guy's fucking jeans right in between the legs. Like, I knew it. I'm like, just waiting for that to happen.
It's like you have to walk on eggshells in your own fucking house. It's like you're going to your bedroom and you have to tiptoe to your fucking bed and get into bed all carefully. You want to wake up the cat
But they hide around the corner and they peek.
Yeah, they hide, and then before you know it, you're getting attacked and you're down and you're bleeding. You're crawling to your cell phone to call the police.
Oh, God. But yeah, that's so...
Good.
I mean, it has some decent TV. That I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, man. Oh, I watched the Mayans episode. That was a boring episode. That's about it. Not much else.
Well, I watched Joe Biden trip and fall while giving an address to the Air Force graduation.
I didn't see that. I did see a picture of it, though.
Dude, it was a bad one, man. This stupid fuck. Seriously, man. We are like the weakest country right now out of all the countries. We have to be like, if this was boxing and this is the pound for pound rankings, we would have been out of the top 10 right now, man. These motherfuckers are just making us look like clowns, and you got this feeble old weak man that can barely even form a sentence, just trying to go out there and say congratulations to the Air Force graduates. Turns around and just fucking eats it, man. Just fucking eats it. and just falls in front of everybody. And people are trying to pick him up. Everyone's like laughing, but kind of like trying to look serious and concerned for him because it's funny when someone falls, even if it's a piece of shit. United States of the President. Can you understand how fucking high I am right now? Trying to speak. But yeah, so fuck Joe Biden. Anyway, I did watch a couple of things, and one of them was really good. The other one is okay. So I finished watching Supernatural. They have a prequel called The Winchesters, which is about the family, the dad and the mom meeting and doing their thing, like the adventures of them before they had the babies and shit. The show's okay. The casting was pretty fucking bad. I'm going to be honest with you. They don't look anything like the people they're supposed to portray. But the show itself isn't that bad. The only downside is that it got canceled after one season, so I only got 13 episodes.
Why did you even bother watching it?
Because I'm not going to get into it, and if I do get into it, I already know how it ends because I've watched the full series. So this is just like a fun little thing to stay connected to the show I just finished watching, kind of. Yeah. I don't mind that it was canceled. I'm going to watch it just to see what I can make out of it. There's a couple cameos of people I'd want to see, so it's not that bad. I mean, I wouldn't give it a shot unless you went through and watched the original series and got that done. It's worth watching for one season. I mean, it's not that bad. I'm about halfway through that one. One show I am pleasantly surprised by, though, is a series on Amazon called The Boys, which my BFF was trying to get me to watch this fucking show. And I'm like, listen, man, I fucking listened about Game of Thrones, and that one didn't really go too well. That one fell flat for me, that one. But then Supernatural was a good one. So I'm like, let me trust and see what this one's all about. So I watched a couple episodes and I was not a fan. I'm like, this is not good. It was about superheroes, like a superhero team that are owned by the corporations, where they're basically like, all right, we're going to do what they say. The corporations advise them. They have them go on press tours and do Make-A-Wish kind of stuff. And the superheroes are all fucked up. It's basically the Justice League. They're rip-off Superman, Wonder Woman. They've got an Aquaman character. The Wonder Woman chick is wearing the Wonder Woman outfit. Just call it something else. And they take different characters and shit like that. The superheroes are really dirty, man. They're fucking disgusting people. They're fucking evil. Without trying to spoil anything about the shit that they do, like they let people die, and like they just don't really care about doing their job. They're just owned by the corporation and just happy to be a part of the corporation and the machine. There's a group out there of people that have been done wrong by the superheroes. Like they lost someone because of the superheroes not doing their job, and they know the truth, and they're trying to uncover it, and they're trying to get rid of the superheroes. They're called the Boys. And they're basically a group of guys that are going after them. They're trying to take them out one by one. And it's a really good show, and it reminds me of a lot of different comics that I've read over the years. But it's nice to see this storyline on a big screen like Amazon Prime, and the acting's really good. There's a lot of familiar faces in this series too. It's just a really good thing to watch. Very entertaining. I'm on season 2 now. It just took a couple episodes for me to get into it. The first 2 I didn't really care for, and then the third and fourth one, when I saw the corruption, I was like, all right, this is good. So I'm really into this one now, and this one I believe is only 3 seasons right now, but I think they're working on the 4th one. It's a popular show, so they're going to keep this one going. But that's The Boys on Amazon Prime. I actually think you might like this show.
My podcast likes this show. They were talking about it a couple of years ago.
I think you might like it.
Never tried it. I went to Umbrella Academy instead.
Yeah, most things I would say you wouldn't like, but this I can actually see you watch because it's got superheroes in it, and it's really good as far as like the shit that they're doing or not doing in some cases too. It's like Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman just going bad and saying fuck these people. Okay. That's pretty much what it is. It's really good, and you have like the humans are trying to take them out. There's a group of them trying to do it. They got weapons and stuff, and really clever show. I like the writing. And Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's son is a star of that one. Good actor. I like this kid.
Really?
Yeah, normally the actor or the kids of actors suck. This guy is really good. I really like this character. And this is a show that I actually like a lot of the characters. It's a good show that I like the characters. This one could end up in my top all-time list at this rate because Supernatural, I hated all the characters mostly, but I like the show.
How many is it? 2 or 3 seasons?
I believe it's 3 seasons right now, and they're short. They're like 8 episodes each.
Jeez.
So you get caught up pretty quick. It ain't that bad. But other than that, I haven't been watching anything. I've just been working and doing all that shit and going through some stuff. Just like everyone else is in life. Nothing special, nothing too bad, nothing we can't handle here. We did make it to Friday, so I'm excited about that. Aren't you excited we made it to Friday? I didn't think it was going to happen.
Fucking thrilled.
Yeah, and now we got the weekend to look forward to. What do you got planned for the weekend? Let's get that out of the way here at the top of the show. Do you have anything planned?
Do I have anything planned?
Yeah.
No, no. I keep looking at shows and none of them interest me. None of them. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I need to find another movie series to get into.
You might want to try this show, The Boys. You might like it.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch the preview and see.
I don't even think you should watch the preview. Trust me on this one. You would like it. I know stuff you would like. I mean, there's a couple things. It's kind of graphic. Some of the fight scenes. I mean, some of some of the death. They got sexual themes, but it's not like all up in your face.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, you see some shit that's kind of weird in the first episode. You're like, what the fuck? But other than that, it's a really good show. They have some crazy themes. It's like out of fucking nowhere. Some of this stuff will hit you. They went to like a religious camp at one point. Like, what the fuck is going on? But they do it entertaining. So definitely, I would say check that one out. But yeah,
there was a lot of Fast and the Furious crap that came out the last couple days.
Oh, I was going to mention this. I forgot to write it down. Go ahead and get into it. Go ahead and get into it, because this is your show.
When did this movie come out? Like 2 weeks ago,
This is your show, yep. This is your movie.
So if people don't want to hear, like, you're going to have to skip, because I'm not keeping my mouth shut anymore. So, article came out, and I kind of saw this coming, that The Rock is going to get his own fucking spin-off bullshit. So, which is the reason why he's got his little thing in the end of the fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Saw this coming a fucking mile away. I'm so fucking aggravated that this dude just doesn't fucking go away.
Never.
So, I don't know. So that came out. Let's see. What else came out? Oh, Vin Diesel's upset that Aquaman, what's his name? Jason, is getting all the attention. Like, because people are saying, they are agreeing with me that he is probably the best part of this new movie. Mm. And here's the reason I'm going to say why I don't like it. This movie, it's still good. I'm still going to say it's a decent movie. I don't hate it. But it's definitely not one of my favorites. And the reason is, for me, it bothered me. They were all separated the whole time. What fucking it reminded me of The Walking Dead.
Yep.
Please don't do that. We only have 2 movies left, and you literally did a whole fucking movie where everyone is separated. Letty is off dealing with the bullshit she's got to fucking deal with. So she's off with what's her name? I don't remember the fucking character's name, but she's off doing her fucking thing. Then we have the one group of guys that I fucking love. They're doing their fucking thing. And then we got Vin Diesel over here doing his fucking thing. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden Cena comes in and joins him. But we got those 2 over here dealing with the Jason Momoa bullshit. Then you got the one group over here, and then you got Liddy over here. No one... the Fast movies always have a moment where they have a goal. They set a goal, they know what the job is that they have to do, or whatever, and they're grouped up together. And they come up with a plan. And, you're doing this, and you're doing that. This was a fucking shit show. Mm. I didn't like it. It bored the hell out of me. I just didn't like it. That was my opinion. They wanted
to give everybody their own little time.
Fuck that!
Their own little time.
Because you wasted so much fucking time.
Yeah.
You wasted so much fucking time. No one was to get, then the movie ends. I'm like, wait. So the whole next movie, we're going to have to get everyone back together? Spend time getting everyone fucking together. Because Letty is off, I don't even know.
So there's
fucking Antarctica or some shit.
There's 2 more movies, right? So you got to get the band back together.
One.
Oh, there's one more left? That's it?
There's one Fast and the Furious movie.
Okay.
And then there's going to be the fucking Douchebags movie.
Oh, yeah.
Now, whether that is coming out before Fast 11.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said that's the next one, and then they're going to do that one. Fast 11.
Oh, it's so aggravating.
So they're going to have probably some Avengers type shit going on, where they're going to have the crew get back together at the end of the Hobbs and Shaw movie, or Calvin and Hobbs, whatever the fuck he is. And then you do the finale.
I just didn't like it. I don't like when everyone's separated and then they don't even meet, they didn't even meet up. That's why I should have seen the comment. They had the fucking barbecue at the very beginning of the movie. They never do that. Where they're sitting all as a fucking family in the beginning of the movie.
We're going to do a movie and we're going to do it.
We're family, blah, 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 family. That's great. I fucking love that about the movie, that they're a family. But they did it in the beginning, and I'm like, well, what? I wonder why they're doing this. Oh, that's why. Everyone's all fucking off gallivanting by themselves.
Fucking whelped on everybody at the beginning of the movie.
Stupid.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, and no one stays dead. Just warning, no one stays dead.
No, I hate that. That's a big
Antarctica, someone just pops up, and I'm like, and of course I'm thrilled, and I'm just like, Why do you keep killing people off just to fucking bring them back?
Who would come back to life and choose Antarctica as your
There's
place
one
of residence?
person I want to come back, and he can't because he's fucking literally in the goddamn ground.
Hey, you know what? They brought back other people with holograms and stuff. I mean, if you can DH Harrison Ford, why can't you change his brother's face slightly to look like him?
I really hope they do.
Why not?
I really hope they do because
keep him alive,
they need him in the last one. Like it's the last one.
I don't know how you can make movies without him. He was the main character of Fast and the Furious, and then it turned into
Vin Diesel's
Vin
shit,
Weasel. So
I don't know. I love that series, but so now everyone knows why I was so aggravated and upset.
Good.
Like it was a decent movie, but it was not a Fast and the Furious movie. It wasn't.
All right, well, tell
Fuck
people
that.
they can do it themselves.
Fuck everybody.
Over the
Okay?
weekend. Fuck 'em. Well, there you go. There's your days of the week. Fuck everybody. All right.
Pieces of shit. Oh, okay, so today is June 2nd. We wasted a lot of time in the opening.
Yes.
It's National Donut Day, man. So go get your free donuts at Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donut, whatever.
I would go to Dunkin' Donuts to get your free one.
Yeah, if you can fucking get it in the damn drive-thru.
Yeah, just ignore Krispy Kreme's bullshit, man.
It's also National Rocky Road Ice Cream Day, National Rotisserie Chicken Day, and Yell Fudge at Cobras in North America Day.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't know if the Cobras don't like fudge.
Snap.
Can they hear you say fudge?
All
Does
they
it
do
matter
is see
what
a
you
dumbass
yell?
get in their territory and you're fucked.
June 3rd is National Egg Day, National Itch Day, and Repeat Day. Which
I don't like
you
that
hate.
day.
You hate.
I don't like that day at all.
Yep. And June 4th is Hug Your Cat Day, people. Hug your cats.
But
They just
not
want
for too
some
long.
love.
Not for too long.
I just want some love,
Yeah,
man.
just make sure you put that little motherfucker down after you, and very gently.
National Cheese Day, and Old Maids Day, and Shopping Cart Day. So there you go.
You're still unpredictable, man.
So hug your cat, put him in a shopping cart, go buy some cheese.
You know, there was a controversial thing online about this cat holder where people are not putting them on leashes but in a bag, where they're kind of like their arms and legs go through holes in the bag and they get held like a carrier. They get held like a lunchbox,
really?
yeah. And the cat looks like very unhappy,
Uncomfortable.
but he can't do anything. It's just kind of in there, and the people are just holding it in a bag like a purse.
Oh, God.
And the cat's just kind of in there, just sitting there, like, what the fuck? And some people are like, oh, it's great, because you can actually lower the bag and it can walk on its own, and you can use it as a leash if it wants to walk, or you can hold it like a purse.
That's cute.
It's a really cool looking, it's a good idea, but I mean, cats act retarded when you put a fucking sweater on them. They act like they can't move anymore, you know? It throws off their balance or some shit. So you would think that bag is kind of cruel, right? You would think that's cruel.
You know what? I was watching this show, right? My Cat from Hell.
Yeah.
And these people, like, this guy comes in and he tells them, like, what they need to do. Well, your cat needs a place of its own. It needs to be able to climb. It needs to be able to hunt. So he has them putting, like, shelves and all sorts of shit on the walls.
I've seen them. They put Velcro and
Oh, my God. If we ever get another
carpets.
cat, guess what?
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm making a fucking jungle gym for that cat.
I've seen it, where like the guy, he had a thing, it ran up the wall and it was jumping up other things and it was all over the house. It was
So
cool as
cool.
shit. It was all over, yeah.
It keeps them busy. So then they're too worn out to
Yeah, who the
bother
fuck
you.
wants that piece all night long? Alright, so listen, your days of the week were
Yeah.
fantastic, but I know someone likes it even more than I do, and it's our friends over at Built Bar. Yes, they love your segment, by the way. Guess what's going on right now, people? The orange bar is back in stock. You got to try the orange bar, man. It's like an orange smoothie going down your throat. I don't know about you, man, but I love Orange Crush soda, and this tastes just like an Orange Crush. It's, oh my
Orange
god!
Crush soda and orange sugar.
Yes, it's fucking amazing. Who doesn't like the taste of orange? And it's got white cream in the middle, so there you go, people. Go to Built.com and try the orange bar. It tastes just like a summertime one of those frosty bars that you get from the ice cream man. Those orange creamsicles, just like it, man. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with this one. Unbelievable. Go to Built.com. That's BUILT.com. Use our code NERD to save 15% and get free shipping on any order. That, I'm telling you, man, orange bar. I fucking used to love that ice cream. It was orange bars, and they had like a strawberry one. It was like vanilla with little strawberry, like cookie flakes on it. Unbelievable, man. Those right
No,
there.
it was a chocolate one that was good.
Well, the chocolate one was good too, but holy fuck, man. There's certain things remind me of my youth when I was a kid, and this orange bar is really good, so check it out, people. So happy birthday to you. Today is June 2nd, so that means someone is celebrating a birthday, and Florida Man has your back. And this is a cute story here. This one's not very bad. The title of this one is I Will Hit You.
Woo!
Florida man, 77 years old, punches his friend who's 84, an old man, over golf etiquette at the Villages.
He still got it.
He still got it, man.
He's still got it, man.
So this is a cute story here from Sumter County, Florida, where an argument between two men on the green at the Villages over golf etiquette led to one of them facing a battery charge. Richard Randall, 77, entered a not guilty plea for his alleged crime against his 84-year-old friend. Court documents filed in late May confirmed. According to an arrest affidavit, the incident happened between the two golfers on April 29th at De La Vista Golf Course on San Marino Drive. Deputies spoke to a man who was playing golf with both Randall and a friend. Around the fourth hole, shit got serious. The two men began arguing, which was something they reportedly did often. So they're two crabby old men who probably are best friends and argue over every little thing. They bicker. It's cute. The affidavit said the friend told Randall, who was standing on the green near the hole, to move, which Randall replied, saying he knew the etiquette of the game. I know how to play. That's probably what he said. Who hasn't seen two old men argue? It's the funniest thing ever. So they continued to argue, the report stated, and the friend reportedly flipped off Randall. Randall then approached his friend and reportedly said, "Do that again and I will hit you." The friend flipped him off again, and that's when Randall reportedly punched the man in the face. And they both fell to the ground in typical old man fashion. Deputies said the victim was taken to a local hospital with a visibly swollen bruise on the side of his face, so this man still has it. Randall was arrested on a charge of battery on a person 65 years or older. Now that should be thrown out the window if you're 65 Seriously. Or older yourself. Come on, really? Really?
Well, does the friend want to press charges?
I'm sure not, because they're probably hanging out.
If the friend doesn't want to, just let it go.
Man, and he's never going to let him go on a golf course. I should have pressed charges on you, Randall. That was a cute Florida man story, though. See, they all can't be that wholesome. And it was about two old men fighting, but that's wholesome to me, don't you think? Mm-hmm. That's why, I'm telling you, man, you think they would have learned their lesson not to have friends at a young age, but I guess you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So let's get into some topics here. You ready for this one? I'm going to start off with the Jamie Foxx story.
Oh, Lord.
And you people already know what I'm going to say, man. This was circulating on Twitter, and boy, was it circulating. And this was my first reaction. If you go back and listen, when they said something happened to Jamie Foxx, I said he was vaccinated. I know he was vaccinated. COVID-19. Who did it? Pfizer, Moderna. That's all I was saying. And then it kind of died down because his daughter said that he was playing pickleball. And he was out there out and about, and they think it's so funny that Jamie Foxx sends his prayers. Jamie Foxx says thanks for the support. We haven't seen Jamie Foxx. Same shit with Damar Hamlin. They kept him under wraps too. He wouldn't even talk about it. When they hinted at the vaccine, he's like, I can't talk about it. He can't do this anymore. So Jamie Foxx hasn't been seen or heard from. It's just we have to go off of other people's accounts. And when the daughter says he was fine, you have to assume he was fine. So I was like, oh, okay, he must be fine. You wouldn't think the daughter would be hiding something, right?
Well, he's been in rehab for a while. Yeah. So I would think that something ain't right. He can't be playing fucking pickleball if he's in a fucking rehab. But that's what makes it so weird. They're saying he was playing pickleball. So it's like, what the fuck is this? Is bizarre. And you would think you would post a picture of him smiling like...
Yeah, anything.
A-okay here. Thumbs up or something, yeah.
Nothing from him at all. So here it is. So these are horrific details about his medical state. So the Django Unchained star said to be partially paralyzed and blind, in addition to a series of other complications after receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. This was claimed by Hollywood journalist AJ Benza. Remember him from the Hollywood Access days? He was like that sleazy Italian-looking fuck.
Maybe if I saw him.
Yeah, he looks like a Gambino. Looks like he should be fucking playing dice games or some shit with a fucking black ponytail tie. I don't know. And Jamie had a blood clot in his brain after he got the shot. He did not want the shot, but the movie he was on, he was pressured to get it. Does that sound out of the ordinary for Hollywood? Not at all. So this was according to the podcaster who formerly worked as a columnist for the New York Daily News and as a host of E-Series Mysteries and Scandals during an appearance on Dr. Drew Pinsky's online show, Ask Dr. Drew, who I used to hate Dr. Drew. I hated him at the beginning of COVID, but he woke up midway through and finally came on the right side, and he's been really good about it. Yeah,
I find him so fucking annoying.
I hate him too, but now he's actually been good. Like there's some people that I change opinions on, good and bad. So you got to give the good credit with the bad ones too, and he's actually been pretty decent. Adam Carolla too. I used to hate him, but now I fucking love the guy. I can't get enough of him. Same thing with Kid Rock. I like him now. So the blood clot in the brain caused him at the point to be partially paralyzed and blind, Benza alleged, as he insisted his insider was someone in the room with first-hand knowledge of Fox's hospitalization. I'm thinking, is that why he blew up on the set a week before this medical emergency happened? I do remember that, seeing that on TMZ that he blew up on set. Is that why he fired 3 or 4 people? Because he had it with these mandates. So Foxx was admitted to the hospital suffering a medical complication on Thursday, April 11th. Though specific details on his current health status have been very difficult and mysterious to discover. The 55-year-old's medical woes mounted while filming his latest movie, Back in Action, with Cameron Diaz. They've actually moved forward with production without Jamie Foxx, and they're using a body double in his place, which is even fucking weirder.
That's what they did with Fast and Furious 7.
If I was a fan of Jamie Foxx, which I am a fan of Jamie Foxx, yeah. I've liked him since the In Living Color days.
But if they can't wait for him, then something's seriously fucking wrong.
Start praying for this man, because he needs your prayers right now.
Because if they're just going on ahead without him,
dude, I like Jamie Foxx, man. Right. I do. I was thinking about some of the stuff he's done. He's brilliant, very talented guy,
That's
man.
Sad.
He's good. He's one of those guys who's good at everything. Great singer. He's a fucking he could have made it in so many different careers. The guy was funny. He started off as a comedian. He could have done that for a career. Great movie star. Great fucking guy could be a singer. He's one of the most talented men I think ever in Hollywood. Anyway, on Friday, May 12th, his daughter Corinne announced conflicting information. Okay, so here's a part here about his well-being. This was her quote. "Sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad's been out of the hospital for weeks recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. Thanks for everyone's prayers and support. We have an exciting work announcement coming next week, too." That never came. So AJ Benza calls it all lies and baloney. If you read into what they were saying early on, he's communicating with us. That doesn't mean anything. That can mean writing, sign language. I know all these little code words. That's what Benza continued to assume of Jamie Foxx's current capabilities. So Drew Pensky, he added some stuff as well about a stroke which was reported. So they were saying his brain is bleeding, and there's a lot of stuff here that we don't know about Jamie Foxx, and it's fucked up.
That's sad. Yeah.
You have to assume the worst when they're not telling you the best. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it is here. I mean, if he was fine, they would have just said he's fine and moved on. But you look at how awkward that DeMar Hamlin shit was. Remember how they just drove him into the game with a blacked out golf cart or whatever?
Yeah.
They had him hidden behind panes of glass, and they shot him from a mile away. And they're like, "Oh, there he is, that little speck on the screen waving." This is more or less the same thing you're seeing here, and the daughter came out and said that stuff. I mean, what's really going on here? It's got to be that vaccine. It's got to be. And this is the first, and he would be the biggest star, the biggest name by far to have suffered from this fucking vaccine. Mm-hmm. It needs to come out with him, and they need to come out and say, "Listen, enough with this fucking thing," because you can't let the people responsible for this stuff just fucking wipe their hands clean and just go about their day because, the COVID fucking shit's over with. People are so relieved that is done that they're just going to forget about all the shit, the people that caused it, and not make them pay. I mean, it seems like the cover-up's already in, though. I don't think it's going to come to pass with this Jamie Foxx thing. Hopefully he comes out okay, but I don't think he's going to come out, and if he does come out okay and say, it was the vaccine, I mean, that would be career suicide for him, right? Man, it's just you're never going to see this play out the way it should. You're never going to see it. It's fucking sad.
So that happened in April.
Many people. Yeah. So many people
It's going to be interesting to see when we actually see him again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, April...
It's already been almost 2 months, so it's been a long time.
I mean...
It'll be really interesting.
He can't be doing too well.
Yeah.
They moved on without him. I mean, you would think they would
And what are you
going to
do if he doesn't magically just fucking get better and walk out?
Body doubles forever?
Yeah, you can't do that. You have to come clean at some point.
They're going to have to. And what are they going to say? I mean, the daughter already tried covering, which makes me believe that they're already being instructed not to say it was the vaccine.
They're already working on a game plan.
Well, I got...
That's awful.
Hold on. Let me get this one out of the way here, because this is an LGBTQ one. I just want to get out the way.
Fuck you.
I know, that's what I want to say.
Fuck you.
But you might like this one, because Asheville Target stores pull LGBTQ merchandise after national threats to staff and vandalism at the store. Now, let me just start this off here. There were threats to these employees at this location who do not deserve this. It's not the employees making a statement about their LGBTQ beliefs. They don't give a shit. They're working a job. They're getting paid, $13 an hour to stock the shelves with whatever the fuck is in that box. And they're being told where to put it because there's a planogram they got to follow. And it's not their fault. They should not be harassed. If someone wants to go into the store because they don't like looking at LGBT shit, You go in there and you protest or you take a picture of it, whatever you got to do. You don't touch these employees. You don't give them any grief because they don't care about this. They don't care about you. They don't care about what's on the shelf.
No, they're just doing a fucking job.
They just want to go the fuck home. So it's this whole thing pissed me off.
And I guarantee every fucking worker is miserable when they're there.
Yeah, they're not
happy to be there, man. They have to put food on the table at home. What do you want?
Think I give a fuck, man? Like I log into my computer for work, and the first thing I see is an LGBT Pride Month thing, and I don't just log off in disgust. I say, fuck it, they're paying me, whatever. I'm not going to talk about my shit at work. I don't care. So anyway, Asheville is not exempt from the removal of Pride collection merchandise from Target stores following anti-LGBTQ threats. Supermarket chain Target has pulled a number of items in their fucking LGBT. I'm not going to keep on fucking with that bullshit. From that themed clothing line from shelves following threats and confrontation from store visitors nationally. A May 24th news release went into further detail. For more than a decade, Target has offered an assortment of products aimed at celebrating Pride Month, the release said. Since introducing this year's collection, we've experienced threats impacting our team members' sense of safety and well-being while at work.
Because you had that shit-ass fucking clothing for children.
Yeah, that's why.
The moment you did the fucking tuck whatever shit for children, you had a problem. There was never a problem before.
Never.
You could have a fucking pride display. It doesn't fucking matter.
That's right.
You put the shit in the children's section so they could tuck their shit in. Like, I don't understand why they're being stupid. They
took it from the gays, is what they did. They took
acting
Pride
like they don't know
gays.
what the problem is? Like all of a sudden we got a problem. Yeah.
Dude, seriously, the trans people made everything worse for the gay people because the gay people had Pride Month and it was all about being gay and proud, right? Isn't that what it was? Like, it's celebrating love for everybody and
That's
each
what
other.
It was always supposed to fucking be.
It was that it was supposed to be, and the fucking trans people adopted it and mutated
circus.
it. They fucking took the movement and completely destroyed it. If I was a gay man, I would be so pissed with these people, even more pissed than I am as a straight man, because they ruin everything. They basically slap progress in the face and knock it back 10 years with their fucking weird look at me bullshit. But that's the problem here. I mean, no one had a problem with rainbow shirts during Pride. No one had a problem with it. You've never seen this shit until this year. Why? Because the trans extremists fucking took over and went nuts. That's the problem. But anyway, our focus now is on moving forward with our continuing commitment to the community. So basically, they are bowing at the expense of 95% of their customer base. They're bowing to the 5%. And I'm giving 5% is a generous number for the LGBTQ plus community. There's not that many of them out there. There really isn't, no matter what they want to try to make you think. There's a lot of fake ones and there's real ones. There's a lot more fake ones than real ones, I'm telling you. It's fucking stupid. They just want to be a part of this fucking thing because it's a thing. Whenever you draw lines, people are going to pick sides. It's how it always is, and it's how it's always going to be. Some just pick the wrong one. But they're basically saying, like, we're going to just kowtow to the fucking LGBT. They're like, yeah, our commitment to them. You know what it is? It sounds like religious in a way, doesn't it? Our commitment to them. It's like now, like, our faith, our worship to them. You know, it's really fucking weird how they just use those words. Our commitment to, like, what is your commitment to them? Who is them? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is this? So the corporation did not include information on which items were taken off shelves. However, certain items have been the subject of boycotts and anti-LG outcry, including pride-themed children's clothing. Also under fire are tuck-friendly swimsuits designed to allow trans women, aka men, who have not had gender-affirming surgery to conceal genitalia.
See, no.
So
that's your problem.
Yeah.
That is your fucking problem. That section right there. Had you never done that, you wouldn't be having any fucking issues. You could have your pride display as big as you fucking want. You fucked up by doing that.
Yep. Yeah. So
fuck Target, man.
Yeah. So that's basically Target. They're pissed off, and I guess and I'm not going to read any more of that one. That one can just kind of
because I'm just going to keep interrupting you and saying the same fucking thing. It's so fucking annoying. Like,
I get it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why this is happening. Oh my god.
My question though about the whole thing is this: who's pulling the strings? Who's making all these businesses? Who are they afraid of? That's the question. Who are they afraid of? Because they're losing billions of dollars in worship to the transgender movement. At whose command? Who is making them do this? That's what I want to know. It's not Joe Biden. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
No, he definitely doesn't know what the fuck is happening.
Who is it? Is it BlackRock? Who the fuck owns BlackRock? Because you got to think the biggest asset company. It's got to be BlackRock. It has to be that company. Because George Soros is a billionaire, but I don't think Target needs his money. I don't think any Bill Gates' money. There's whoever owns the top, whoever's the top of the top, whoever controls the money controls everything. And I think that would have to be BlackRock in this case. That company seems pretty sinister. They own a lot of shit. Sponsored by BlackRock. No, I don't know, man. It's really fucked up. It is. I just want to know who it is. It's got to be them, if anything, because all these companies at once, you see the fucking pride shit everywhere, and they don't care how much money they're going to lose because they're afraid of something else.
Why can't they just do a pride thing? Why do they have to do they have to give the transgender person because the Bud Light thing? They had to do the transgender. Stop fucking doing that.
I don't know.
Stop doing that and just do a regular, just a pride, whatever.
I guarantee you,
I don't get it.
If Bud Light had a can with Ricky Martin on the can,
crazy fucking people.
Ricky Martin is probably the most famous of the gays, right? The most famous gay singer. I don't know.
Oh, I don't.
Because you knock two birds with one stone. You have a Latino on the fucking can, and he happens to be gay. So maybe you do that. And I think
put him on fucking Bud Light.
But
man.
I don't think people had a problem with that. But you could have a cool ass commercial with him doing "Come on and drink some Bud Light," and you're like, okay, there you go, and you're like, okay,
in a fucking rainbow Bud Light can.
And the can would shoot out the can, and he's drinking, his eyes twinkle a fucking rainbow, and he makes out with fucking Mario Lopez and shit.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
People would be like, okay, I can still drink that beer, but you put that little fucking weirdo female fucking cosplayer on the can, and that's what happens to you.
For some reason, they're not getting that. I don't understand.
Oh no,
everyone hates gays. That's
not the fucking case. Batman on the case to tell you fucking answer to this riddle.
Oh god, is it my turn now?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let me. I'm gonna bring something more cheerful.
Go ahead.
In case people are hungry. After nearly a decade, Oreo is bringing back its cotton candy Oreos.
That's a good one.
Did you like cotton candy?
Never. I hate cotton candy. I hate the taste of it.
I think it's way too sweet for me.
Yeah,
and I like sweet stuff, but cotton candy, for some reason, I could never do. Available starting June 5th, cotton candy Oreos have side-by-side double-stuffed pink and blue cotton candy flavored cream sandwiched between two golden cookies. It's a special offering fans have asked for time and time again, Oreo shared on its Instagram. In a video posted Tuesday, the company shows multiple messages to bring back a certain variation that's blurred out. Wednesday morning came, and Oreo confirmed the sandwiches reminiscent of a Fairtime favorite will be available once again after 8 years. If you're hoping to snag your own package, you may need to act fast. The company says cotton candy Oreos will only be available while supplies last. Another limited edition flavor that was introduced in 2015, the S'mores Oreos, now those sound good, are also available in stores this summer. So S'mores and cotton candy fucking Oreos.
Sounds amazing. S'mores at least. The S'mores one does. I don't know about the cotton candy. I don't like that shit.
The peanut butter Oreos.
Cotton candy and chocolate together doesn't sound like a good mix. S'mores
no,
and chocolate.
They had the vanilla. They're the vanilla cookies, the golden cookies.
Still, I don't think that would taste good.
Well, it's not chocolate.
I don't know, man. It just doesn't sound good at all. I don't know about that one. The other one, the S'mores, does sound really good, though.
There's another one. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Okay, here's your other food thing.
Let's do it.
I'm just going to lump them both together.
Let's do it.
Baskin-Robbins, flavor of the month, may serve as your June highlight. Let's see what it is. On June 1st, the corporation began to offer a new Cookie Monster ice cream for a limited time only. The ice cream is based on the loud and energetic character from Sesame Street, who is of course known for his love of cookies. Like the Cookie Monster's fur, Baskin-Robbins flavor is blue with pieces of cookies mixed throughout. This is probably amazing. According to a press release, the base of the creation is sweet cream ice cream, which is then mixed with an additional flavor resembling cookie dough batter. The sweet cream is then blended with chocolate sandwich cookie pieces and finished with pieces of chocolate chip. We want to make sure it was not only delicious but also visually striking, resulting in a bold blue base with not one but two different types of cookie pieces.
Good.
That fucking sounds
That one sounds
amazing.
Really good. That one sounds freaking really good.
So that's Baskin-Robbins with the Cookie Monster ice cream.
Well, Baskin-Robbins is the one that's famous for like the crumbled toppings, right? Like crumbled cake on their toppings and whatnot.
I think so.
That's the one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they make pretty good cakes. I have faith in Baskin Robbins on this.
We had a Carvel store where I grew up, so I always got my birthday cakes at Carvel, and then got the extra cookie pieces on the side. And those cookie pieces were all mine. The cookie pieces were the best part.
They were.
Oh so good.
All right, so I got one here for you. And the surprise of the century. Teenagers pulled a gun on a mother and daughter working the drive-thru at Metro Atlanta Taco Bell.
Oh, nice.
Biggest surprise of the fucking century. A fucking attempted murder at a damn fast food joint.
In Atlanta.
Go figure. Para is fucking safe place. I was thinking about moving you guys over there, so we could settle down, and just be safe for the rest of our lives. A pair of teens are now in custody after police say they pulled a gun on two women working at a Taco Bell. Well, they probably they probably pull a gun at each other multiple times a day because they both work at Taco Bell. According to police reports, a 19-year-old woman was working the drive-thru at the Taco Bell on Bullsboro Drive in Noonan. She told police that a silver Ford Focus pulled up to the speaker and was trying to order when they began rushing her and cussing at her after midnight on Wednesday morning. The young woman says she went to get her manager, who was also her mother. I didn't think that could happen. They could work together. You can't work with someone you're married to. Because of preferential treatment, you shouldn't be able to fucking manage your own child.
You sure?
Yeah, you should be able. If anything, that's my daughter. You're not going to fire or discipline your daughter. She's always going to be right.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that's weird. See, I'm taking that from these people who got murdered. I'm like, she shouldn't be working with her daughter. The 40-year-old woman told police she told the two suspects to either order or leave. When they pulled around, the two teenagers reportedly pulled out a gun and pointed it at them. The daughter closed the window and pushed her mother out of the way before the vehicle left the restaurant. So good for that daughter saving her mom. They were able to describe the suspect's car and described it as having a donut tire in one of the rear wheels because that's how they roll. And black duct tape on the windshield because that's how they roll. Because they keep it real. That's all I'm saying. These guys keep it real, man. That's what they're doing. A short time later, police found the car with both teens inside and found two guns after pulling them over. One of the guns had been reported stolen in Clayton County. The teenagers were identified as Truth Hensley Walker, 18, and Davion Ahmad Hensley, 17. Both were arrested and charged. Police did not comment on our exact charges. It's unclear which one of them was the driver and who pointed the gun. I don't think it really matters, though, does it? I wonder if he told the truth when he was getting arraigned. Or Davion Ahmad Hensley. What kind of name of origin do you think that's from? Do you think that's Italian?
Dude, I don't know, man.
You think that came from Italy?
You keep asking me every episode about these fucking names. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know, man. What the fuck?
Well, listen, I have a robbery one, so let me get it out. Let's do it. A man in South Carolina. This is how great we are down here.
South Carolina. All right, let's give it. Well, we can give it. Can we take it?
A man in South Carolina is accused of robbing a store with a gun-shaped controller from the 1980s Nintendo game Duck Hunt.
No, he did not try to rob him with a Nintendo gun. The original one that came with the Nintendo.
A fucking Duck Hunt gun.
That motherfucker, man.
Belongs in Florida.
You could even play the game with that gun. How the hell are you going to rob a store with it?
I used to hate that motherfucking dog.
I used to get right up on the TV and point the gun
directly
on the screen. I think
every kid did.
Who didn't, man?
I still miss once in a while, and he'd be right there freaking laughing. Oh my god, you little bastard.
Right, you know how many self-esteems you ruin? I'm sitting right across the table from one. You just ruined your whole life.
I can hear it in my head.
You can see him with his hand over his mouth.
Oh my god.
That dog is a secret character in Smash Brothers. He is, too. He is. You could beat his ass.
David Joseph D'Alessandro, who's 25, was arrested following the reported incident at a Quick Stop convenience store in the small town of Sharon. D'Alessandro is accused of walking into the store around 5:45 p.m. Tuesday wearing a mask, wig, hoodie, and carrying the spray-painted Nintendo game pistol. So at least he spray-painted it. Because you ain't gonna walk in there with no fucking gray freaking, with an orange. I think it was gray and orange, wasn't it? Yeah. With the fucking wire behind you.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid.
You might be able to blind somebody if they stand still long enough.
So the suspect showed the clerk the fake gun in the waistband of his pants and then demanded money from the cash register. Roughly $300 was taken.
Damn, they gave him money for that shit.
Yep. D'Alessandro was located at the Dollar General, because that's all we have down here, in the parking lot down the street with a duck hunt pistol in his pants. He was arrested and booked into the York County Detention Center.
What a fucking guy, man. I mean, like, what do? They say... They take his gun and they take all his shit out, like, when they put him in jail. So when he's leaving jail, did he give it back to him? Because it's technically a toy. Like, sir, do you want your toy back? I mean, did they just give it back to him?
I don't know.
Or is it held as evidence? Because, I mean, it's not a real gun. What the fuck?
Like,
I guess you give them the cash
one?
anyway. Because, I mean, if someone's dumb to come rob your store, you don't know. I think you're still instructed to give the money.
I mean, that's a weird... Why do you still have it?
That is a fucking weird item to have.
From the 80s. Like, who still has that lying around their house? You know what? I'm gonna cut the wire off and spray paint this bitch and go rob the Quick Stop.
I don't know, man, but you know, I got one here for you. This fucking kid. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but you remember like car surfing back in the day? Like in 80s movies, they would have like a van, like in Teen Wolf, and they'd surf on top of the van.
Yeah.
You're surfing USA. They made it all cool back then. Well, there's a 16-year-old that tried doing that in Colorado, and it didn't go out so well. It's pretty bad, and cops are warning people about this new trend. Not so new trend, but new now. So riding on the outside of a moving vehicle known as car surfing isn't just incredibly dangerous, it's stupid, and it can be fatal. On May 5th, a vehicle overturned, critically injuring a 16-year-old boy who later died. Witnesses reported passengers in the vehicle were hanging out of the windows before the crash. Teens have been reported doing this in at least 5 other incidents in recent weeks in Douglas County, according to the sheriff's office, calling it a deadly trend. On April 17th, a deputy's dashcam video captured 2 teens sitting on the roof of a moving car through an open sunroof, the safest thing you could be doing. And you know they weren't driving slow either.
Yeah.
Now, no thrill or adrenaline rush is worth sacrificing your life or the lives of your friends or family members, sheriff's official stated. Authorities aren't clear on how the trend got started. I guess they've never watched an 80s movie in their lives. So yeah, they can't see anything on social media about it. They're just saying the kids are finding out about this some other way. I mean, it's just this thing that kids do. I mean, who hasn't done some? I mean, I think we've done it when we were kids too. I think we did something like stick your body out the window, drive down the road, or something stupid real quick. Nothing like this, like surfing on top of the car. But because I mean, we weren't too far removed from the 80s. So it was still kind of cool. We did stupid shit, but we weren't speeding down highways doing it for extended amounts of time. It was just like down a block. Yeah. With no cars around. We weren't that fucking stupid, but I mean, I don't know, man. This is just really fucking dumb. And they were just basically saying, remember to stay safe, make responsible choices. You're not supposed to be on the fucking car. You're supposed to be in the fucking car. I don't understand kids these days. This doesn't make any fucking sense here. Were you out?
Oh, no.
Oh, I was going to say, do you want me to read one more, or do you got any more to go? Because I got one more.
I got a few more to go.
You got a few more? Alright, I'm going to get mine off the way because I'm fucking getting lost in the twilight zone. I'm being brought out into the abyss by my favorite sponsor of the show, our friends over at Binoid. That's BINOID.com, the makers of the finest DHC product in the market. I have an ankle monitor tied to the bed right now to keep me from floating up to the sky. These people have got me lit the fuck up like a Christmas tree right now, and you can feel just like me if you go to Binoid and try out any of their delicious flavors of lollipops. They've got the suckers on display. They've got peach rings, gummy bears, gummy worms, Sour Patch Kids. They've got all sorts of different things out there. They've got the wax, the flour, the pre-rolled joints, the cigarettes. They've got the flour. They've got the vapes, the cartridges. They've got the capsules, which I'm one. I love those things. And all sorts of goodies over there at Binoid.com. You also got to use our code NERD, though. When you go there, let them know that you support the show. And for that, we're going to give you 10% off your order and free shipping. You got to go check it out. That's Binoid, BINOID.com. And check out the new website, man. We've been doing some work. It looks really good. I'm very pleased and excited for the future. That means you guys are doing your part and trying out the finest products out there to help us upgrade the site. And everything's looking good over at Binoid. So check it out. So if this wasn't a warning for the future and how to not fucking, progress, this should be the warning here, because there's a USAF chief saying that an AI drone killed a human operator during a simulation test. So now they're killing us, people. The robots are killing us, man. And this is for all you conspiracy people out there.
We knew that would happen.
We knew this was... But why did we continue this? Why did we... See, man, this is what really irritates me, okay? You're building robots to do things that we can already do.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of this? To make us obsolete? I mean, you got to think of how this ends. I'm not a very smart guy. I'm not smart. But I can see a lot of things coming from a mile away, because some of these things are fucking obvious. And it scares me that the smart people, quote-unquote smart people, don't see this shit too.
I know, it's just the regular people. Like
what
why
the
the fuck are they making those?
So let me ask you this question there, Einstein, fucking Tesla. So you're going to build these robots, right, to do the things that I'm already doing. Yeah. So what happens when that thing does it better than me and it doesn't need me anymore? What do I do then? Something else. But isn't something else going to be doing it? Yeah, because these robots are great, right? What happens when a human being doesn't have purpose? What happens? Seriously. I mean, we lose focus. It's going to be a
planet full of robots.
But the robots aren't going to be able to run themselves indefinitely. I mean, they're going to have power sources. They're not going to be able to rebuild themselves.
I'm sure they can teach themselves to do that.
It depends how advanced they get before this shit goes down. Because, I mean, we're already rapidly making ourselves useless.
I'm sure they can walk over to an outlet and plug themselves in.
But, like, look at all this help wanted signs out in front of stores that people won't fill these jobs because they're not good enough. And the jobs that they are good enough for, they're getting replaced by robots. You go to a Walmart, 15 checkouts. None of them are working, but you got self-checkouts and people are standing there instead. But there's people out in the streets outside the Walmart that could be in the Walmart scanning shit, you know? It's really fucked up. So the U.S. Air Force warned military units against heavy reliance on autonomous weapon systems last month after a simulated test conducted by the service branch using an AI-enabled drone killed its human operator. The Skynet-like incident was detailed by the USAF's Chief of AI Tests and Operations, Colonel Tucker Cinco Hamilton, at the Future Combat Air and Space Capabilities Summit held in London between May 23rd and 24th. He said the drone that was tasked to destroy specific targets during the simulation turned on the operator after it became an obstacle to its mission. So, they are learning. Hey, you have to do this job. Mm-hmm. They're making decisions. They're making decisions. Scared? No, they're making decisions because, listen, if you got to think of a binary program. You write a binary program, it's supposed to go from here to there, and if it doesn't go from here to there, if something blocks it, it stops. It doesn't know what to do and it shuts down. Then you have this program that sees this obstacle, it hits it, and then it goes right, and then it goes straight. So it's like it just avoided the obstacle, so it learned and adapted. So this robot sees this guy blocking it, instead of shutting down like a good robot should, it's like, fucking, I will kill you. Give me all your clothes. Fucking turned into fucking Terminator.
Who's that?
You don't remember the scene of Terminator when he took the guy's clothes off and he's like, give me all your clothes. This is fucking sad, man. This is some crazy shit. So anyway, Hamilton pointed out the hazards of using such technology, potentially tricking and deceiving its commander to achieve the autonomous system's goal. Fucking A, man. We're training it in simulation to identify and target a surface-to-air missile threat. And then the operator would say, yes, kill that threat. The system started realizing that while they did identify the threat at times, the human operator would tell it not to kill that threat, but it got its points by killing that threat. So the robot wanted the points and realized this person's stopped me from getting points, I have to stop that person to get my points. So what did it do? It killed the operator. It killed the operator because that person was keeping it from accomplishing its main goal and objective. So they're basically saying, hold on, we got to stop this shit because it's advancing a little too quick. And I know there's a lot of conspiracy people out there. So this one was for all of them because this is some crazy shit. I just don't know what you do from there, man. I mean, they're talking about those police forces. And just like I was saying, I said it 100,000 times. You get these police forces, they're not going to be able to identify you reaching for your wallet or reaching for a gun. And before you know it, you're going to have people just getting blown away for no reason. You see some grandmother walking across the street, she might be jaywalking, you know, and please stop. And she puts her hand in her purse to get her license or her phone or something. Bam, dead. These things can't make determinations based off of actual real human emotion. They just do what they're supposed to do or what they think they're supposed to do. It's fucked up. There's the end of the world, man. Skynet. Fucking A.
I have two quick ones.
Go for it.
And then we can get to the...
Go for it.
Asshole story.
Well, I'm going to figure out why you like that segment so much while you're telling them.
Yeah, you try to do that.
I'm trying.
A pet celebrating her 32nd birthday Thursday in Britain might be the oldest living cat in the world.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
32, this cat. Oh my god.
How many bodies did that thing fucking put on its list of kills?
So, Lila Brissett, who's 71, of Norwich, England, said her cat Rosie was born June 1st, 1991, and is celebrating her 32nd birthday Thursday with a salmon cake prepared by a local cat cafe owner. Brissett adopted Rosie when she was only a kitten, and said the feline has only been to the vet twice, wants to be spayed in 91, and a second time, about 5 years ago, to be treated for a cyst. That's another reason why I love fucking cats. They don't need shit.
Yeah.
They don't need maintenance.
Yeah, that's true.
Constantly having to freaking go to the goddamn doctor, unless somehow it's like the runt of the litter, or if there's something really actually wrong with it. Usually, a cat is just good to go until it's starting to fade. I would prefer cats over dogs 100% if they weren't so fucking unpredictable. They're just, I mean, you can't even be in a good mood around one because you start to pet, hey, how you doing? What the fuck, man? I just want to say hi to you, shit. Well, Brissett said she has been in touch with the Guinness World Records about having Rosie certified as the oldest cat living. The current record holder, a fellow England resident, so something is going on over in England where these cats are just living forever, named Flossie, was 26 years old and 316 days when she was certified back in November of 2022. So that one's only, 27 now. Yeah. And this one's 32. So fuck that other cat. Rosie needs her certificate. Do you believe it? You don't think that cat just maybe died, another one just came up that looked like it and was like, hey. No. Hey, I live here now. All right, because you can't tell them apart. You could tell them apart. Cats, really? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I don't know, man. I have another super quick one. Okay. This was close. This was a very close one. Firefighters saved a little kitten from a vehicle last week. Oh, God. Thank goodness. I'm so happy. Thank goodness they got that piece of shit out of that nice car. According to a social media post, a woman pulled up to the station asking firefighters to help remove a kitten from under her Tahoe. Why the fuck are you driving around if you know the fucking cat is stuck underneath the car? Maybe she was at a red light and she heard meow. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe she heard underneath the... The woman said she could hear the cat in the car's undercarriage. There you go. After about 20 minutes of searching... 20 minutes, this poor cat... Firefighters were finally able to rescue the kitten. Rescue the kitten. The station says the kitten will now be rehomed to one of the firefighters. Oh my God. I wonder if it's black and white. Maybe. Why? Like a Dalmatian kitty. A Dalmatian kitty. Because the firefighter's taking it. You know what? These fucking cats, man. That cat would have gotten out if you just left it and gave it time. It would have gotten out. It didn't need to be rescued. I'm sure they tore that woman's car apart. And crying because you turned the fucking car on. It started driving. I mean, cats think they own everything, though. I mean, how the hell did it get in there? If you can get in, you can get out. Who knows, man? I don't know, man. That cat's a fucking real asshole for doing that shit. It really is, man. I mean, what kind of asshole just goes in someone's car and takes a nap and then cries because you're moving your shit? Get the fuck out of here. And that cat, maybe it had a home in the neighborhood and just got separated from its 100-yard radius where they can find home again or something. They said it was a kitten. Yeah. So you just moved it from wherever it came from. I mean, it should have better parents. I kept an eye on it. Said assholes. All right, so I was trying to figure out why the hell you love this segment the whole time you were reading, and I'm so undecided. I don't know. All right, well, maybe one day we'll figure it out. This person wants to know, am I the asshole for not leaving my brother's wedding with my crying wife when she was kicked out? Oh, God. The fuck did she do? So the crying wife was crying, obviously, for doing something or being offended by something, and this person stayed at the wedding. So I guess we need more context. So let's jump into it. So my brother got married last Saturday. There are 3 of us in total. I'm the oldest. The newlywed is a middle child, and our little brother's 21. At one point, I hated middle brother's partner. The 2 of them had bonded over some rough times they had both experienced and were self-medicating together. My brother wasn't using hard drugs himself, and I don't think his partner was ever properly addicted to anything. But I had gotten word that I needed to look out for him. I made it known that I didn't approve of their relationship and thought he was a bad influence. My brother and I didn't speak without arguing for probably a good 2 years. That's all changed now. His partner's been sober for many years and had become a close friend of mine and our little brother. We both gave toast speeches, and in Little Brothers, he said, I can say there's 4 brothers now instead of just 3. Oh. So I didn't even know this, but I got ourselves a pride-themed one, so there you go, people. 4 brothers instead of 3 now. I was wondering, I thought it was a little weird he was using the word partners. I'm like, what the fuck? When did he say his wife? And I forgot that, people do that shit. So, I just forgot it was a thing for a minute. God. There wasn't one shouting in my fucking ear that they're trans for 5 seconds. I'm sorry. It was a very touching sentiment. After all the speeches they're giving, my wife pulls me aside kind of angrily and asks what I thought about them. I said they were lovely.
It turns out that she was mad over the fact that when little brother gave a speech and mine at her wedding, he didn't insinuate she was the first daughter of the family or anything like that. She said that his speech had mostly been focused on me, whereas his speech tonight was focused equally on both spouses and the future of their lives together. So she's mad about some shit that already happened.
So
that
she's
is
jealous.
a typical woman for you, people. I brushed this off and said she needed to stop reading into things so much. About 20 minutes later, I see her looking similarly angry during a conversation with little brother. I walked over to try and put a stop to this myself, but I saw our other brother and his new husband coming over, so he must have caught wind of what was happening as well.
At the wedding.
Yeah. So
At the fucking wedding. Like, you, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know.
This can happen after the wedding. When we are home, you want to bitch and complain? Wait until our asses get home. What the fuck are you doing? And now she's going to the other brother and now making a scene.
Yeah, she's going
fuck
person
this
to
bitch,
person.
man.
She's trying to make everyone miserable. So the two of us are very protective of our youngest sibling. So middle brother comes out of the gate swinging, asking why she's pestering him. It all devolved pretty quickly. I wouldn't say a scene was caused as everyone was trying to keep it hush-hush, but my wife ended up crying when she was asked to leave, and that attracted some attention. She asked me to come back to the hotel room with her, and I refused. I wanted to continue celebrating. She was very angry and said this was just another way I was letting my brothers walk over her, and that I was excusing them, not giving her a chance. Since then, she and I haven't really spoken. I need some outside perspective. It's true that my brothers aren't nearly as close to her as we are to the new addition of her family, but that's just how these things go sometimes.
Because you're all guys. You're all guys. Guys bond with guys.
Yeah,
No, he's not an asshole. She's an asshole. She's an asshole. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, so jealous. Like, let them have their fucking moment. Who cares what the little brother said? Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, man.
I had so many problems with her.
I don't know.
Then she brings it up multiple times at the wedding.
Yeah.
And then she wants him to leave the wedding. Come back to the hotel with me. I'm miserable. Well, you're miserable, bitch. This is my family. Let me sit here and celebrate with them.
It's a tough one.
No, it's not. It's not a tough one at all.
Well, he has to deal with this.
I don't care.
He has to deal with this when he goes home.
He can deal with it later.
I guess.
Let her calm the fuck down. And you stay with your family and enjoy this wedding.
Yeah, I don't know, man. For me, this would be a tough one because you got to think of it this way.
She's being an idiot.
He's got to deal with her shit, man. I think the brother should have been more concerned for the brother because they're going to put him in a tough spot now, and I think they should have been more like, all right, well, you know, it's his wife. We got to put up with her shit, but don't ever bring her again.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the way it should have been handled. I mean, you got to think of it that way. It's not fair because he's got to now go home to her. And it's like, you know, and if he would have left, he would have been an asshole to the brother. So it's like he was in a no-win situation. His brothers put him in that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, she put him in that.
Well, yeah.
This was all her fault.
Yeah, obviously it was her, but I mean, it's still not cool in my opinion. I don't like this one.
I'm on his side.
Well, you have to be on his side. I mean, either choice he made, he would have been the asshole. He would have been the asshole to one or the other. I mean, ultimately...
Well, I say he's not the asshole, so...
Well...
No.
I'm sorry. If something happened... Alright, well, how about this? So, we never got married or anything, but if we went to a family member's wedding, and you caused some shit, or like you said something, or you were being yourself, and they were being a bitch.
Such an asshole.
And then they said, hey, listen, man, you gotta go. And then you looked at me and were like, come on, we're leaving. And then I'd be like, "Fuck, man! I would leave with you seriously because wrath will rain down. No, because I live with you. I don't live with them. I mean, like our situation. It's hard for me to put myself in that situation. But the thing is that brother lives with her. That's his family now.
Yeah, well,
he has to leave with his wife. You know, he is an asshole. He has to leave with his wife. You leave with your wife. You leave with the person that you live with. I'm saying he's an asshole. I'm sticking on my brain. That's the right thing to do. In this situation, it's always the right thing to do. I mean, your family...
Well, she needs to grow the fuck up.
Your family's your family, but your wife's your family too. And me being who I am and saying the things that I do about family and how family ties aren't this forever bond. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't mean just because you're born into a family means that's your family forever. You grow and you make a family, and that's your family, the people that you create. I don't know. I just feel like he should have stuck with his wife on this one. Even though she's wrong, that's still your wife. You go home with her. That's your... You know what I mean? That's how I feel. In this situation, he should have went home or the hotel and been like, "Listen, you fucked up tonight. And I got to deal with this shit." Because your brother should understand.
Yeah.
hey, you made an appearance, you gave them a gift, you were seen at the wedding, you say your goodbyes, hey, congratulations, you fucking shake hands or whatever the fuck they do, and you hug them, I don't know what the fuck they do, but you do that and you say, I have to go. And I think the brothers would have understood. I have to go home. She's upset, you know. We'll talk about this later. That's the way you do it. Did I convince you that this guy is the asshole?
No.
He's a fucking asshole.
His brother's only going to get married once.
I don't know. So they're pretty promiscuous, so.
Okay, well, what the fuck? No, not the asshole. Like,
all
no,
right, fine, I guess.
You sit your ass there, you drink, and you have a great time. And that way, when you go back to the hotel,
segment.
You're drunk, and you could tune her out.
This is your segment.
Because she's going to ream him a new asshole, man, when she gets in that door, or he gets in that door. So just be drunk.
I have a feeling all the ladies are going to be on my side.
You know what? I don't care.
They're going to be on my side. You go, you just leave who you came with and who you're sleeping with that night. The home you live in, that's who you side with.
We shall see.
That's what you do.
You can find us at Voice of Misery on all platforms and voicesofmiserypodcast@gmail.com.